Welcome to Crimelusion.com. I'm Stephen Burns, and I would like to further address organizing things in Lightroom. And currently, I've created the new images folder or the zero new images folder so I can place all of my files in here as a temporary holding place. Now, I'm going to start organizing things. I'm going to share with you how I organize things, and then, of course, you're going to organize things according to your own personal workflow. Now, I'm an artist, so I like to organize things according to content. For example, the content here is sunsets, and I have more clouds, and I have textures. I also have maybe some scenics here. And if I go down even further, I might have peers. So as I'm creating fine art work or artistic style work, I'm wanting to grab imagery of a certain similar nomenclature. So I'm going to start creating folders. Now for you, you may decide to organize them according to the names of your clients, and then of course subfolders that represent the dates that you shot or created work for the client. For me, I'm working more as an artist, so I'm going to go to my photo 1, the root of the drive, right click, create a new folder, and I think I'm going to start with sunset, and I'm going to keep it lowercase, dash, and I'm going to put in 001. Okay, in fact, let's go 3 zeros in anticipation of having quite a number of imagery in folders in the future. Now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hit create, and it creates a brand new folder. Now the reason I put the 001 is because all of my folders I'm going to choose to organize a maximum of 4 gigs, primarily because if I want to burn them to DVDs later on, that I can. Alright, so we have sunset. What else did we have here? Let's kind of look on through. You have texture, right? So right click, create a new folder, texture, dash, and then 0001. And I'm not going to include any selected photos. I'm going to just go ahead and just go ahead and click it and make the folder, and you can see it's grayed out because there are no folders in, no images in here. If I select the sunset, I didn't uncheck include selected photo, so it only has one of those chosen. Let's go back here, and I believe we called one scenics. Let's go ahead and create the new folder, and I'm going to call it scenics, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and choose that one, and as I'm going to go right over here on the left hand side and scroll it down, as you can see I'm starting to make new folders here. Now what else do I have here? What other names I can choose? I think we said one was peer, right? So create a new folder, and I'm going to peers. Alright, and create there. Let's go on down, and I think I'm going to do one more and call it clouds. Create a new folder and go to clouds and click create. Alright, so let's start moving things around. Take note that over here under the folders is where you're actually accessing the physical imagery on the drive. If I move anything here or place them into different folders, it will physically take the image and move them into whichever folder that you choose. For example, I'm going to choose all these clouds here. Select one, hold the shift key, and select the last set of clouds. Put my mouse on the thumbnail image, click and hold, drag it into clouds, and release. Okay, it's already given me a warning that this will cause all the corresponding files on disk to be moved. If you proceed, neither this move nor any other change made prior to this can be undone. So what? We don't want to hear this again. Don't show me again and move the files. Okay, so it's done. It looks like it's still there because it's just, it's still calculating. So if we go over here to the clouds, you can see that there are 13 images, and there they are. They have been moved. Go back to new images, and if I scroll down to the bottom, those clouds are gone. Alright, it was just taking a moment to update. Let's select these two. This for these two textures, let's go ahead and just physically drag and drop them into the textures folder. Automatically deletes them out. Let's go over here and place all of these into the clouds folder. And it's really that simple. You're going to start organizing everything according to what you feel your particular nomenclature should be for your workflow. I'm going to put this into Scenics. We have more clouds in my opinion, a whole bunch more here. So I'm going to go right on up to the top, select the clouds, drag them on over, and it's deleting them out of that folder, moving them from that folder into another. I'm going to place this into textures 001 or 0001 I should say. And let's go to the birds. Now we have nothing for birds, so how about this? How about we just make one more folder or create a folder, and I'm going to call this one birds. And of course you may have subfolders that will talk about that will share the type of bird. And now watch what happens here. Remember I moved these originally. Let's go to textures and let's go ahead and keep it nice and still. There they are. I was moving the mouse a little bit so it wasn't accurately placing it in the folder. And here we have more clouds here. Select the clouds and hold it still and release. Okay. And let's go over to, let's go ahead and do this again. Let's grab those inside and release. There we go. All right, that was better. So let's go back to Scenics, place this into the Scenics folder. Here we are, and release. I'm going to go over to now, so you're getting an idea as to what this is, what we're doing here. Let's go ahead and select the sunsets. Bring it all the way down. So as we start to move these imagery from one folder to the other, the idea here is that all of your imagery in the zero new images folder will be gone. So this folder is to be cleared out essentially. Let's go to sunset. Let's scroll right down here, make it easier for ourselves. Click on the image, drag sunset, and release. Alright, so there we are. So we have to place it right on the folder because where you place it, it's going to make a difference. And there we are. And we have more texture here. If we go to the top, you can see the sunset folders are slowly deleting. Here's your progress bar. And be patient with this. Depending on your machine, it's going to happen fast, or in a lot of cases, it may happen a little bit slower. Alright, so it's slowly, processing the imagery, moving in the folder, moving the metadata, making updates to what? The catalog. Because this is what Lightroom is constantly reading from, is the catalog. So all of our moving, any changes that we made here will be added to the catalog. And here we are. We have we as we did earlier, we have our birds folder. Okay, and as we click on each one, we will actually be able to see the imagery. And this is actually kind of like the second stage to starting to get things organized. So once again, if you have clients and you shoot them on particular months of the year, you may want subfolders that will represent the dates that you have shot for your clients. Now, me being an artist, I organize things according to categories. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back and I'm going to talk about renaming some of this imagery. I'm Stephen Burns. Looking forward to working with you next time. Enjoy.